You can't say I've done things that upset people, but it's nothing to do with what I've done. It's purely because of my skin color. Also, it's kind of ironic that she's doing that because she's not particularly dark-skinned.
Watch this video by Andrew Tate and listen to what he is saying about being accountable and taking responsibility for one's actions. Watch.
What about the issue of race? And I mentioned that in the context of the Harry and Meghan ongoing debate, their war with the royal family, war against the monarchy, their specific constant referencing to the fact that they believe they were driven out of here because of racism in Britain. What do you make of that debate?
I think it's just a cop-out, and her not wanting to be perspicacious and self-reflective enough to understand that she has attacked an age-old institution, and there are people who are very patriotic about that institution. And by attacking it and bringing a degree of distaste to it, there's going to be people who don't like her. And if you're a dislikable person, you can't just instantly stand up and say it's because of my skin color. It might be because of your actions and some of the things you've said.
I mean, I think there's probably no doubt she's had racism on social media because it's...
Who hasn't, Piers?
It's assessed.
You probably have.
Well, as I said just now, I've had death threats on social media and no one seemed to care very much.
Yeah.
But I think that's probably inarguable. My issue with what they've both been doing is if you're going to make allegations against an institution like the royal family and the monarchy, you've got to actually provide some evidence. You can't just spray gun this thing out there and say, well, somebody was racist.
To sit and detriment it and to sit and insult it and to give away secrets from inside of it and try and paint a negative image of it is going to upset a lot of people, and you have to be prepared for that backlash. You can't say I've done things that upset people, but it's nothing to do with what I've done. It's purely because of my skin color. Also, it's kind of ironic that she's doing that because she's not particularly dark-skinned. It's kind of funny to watch her sit and say,
yeah.
If you're looking for something, you're going to find it, right? When I got canceled, when they attacked me unfairly, lied about me across the entire mainstream media, deleted me from social media so I couldn't defend myself, and lied about me repeatedly, I could have stood up and said, it's because I'm brown. I didn't do that. I sat and said, okay, there's people who misunderstand my message. My message is a positive one. People misunderstand me. Let me self-reflect and understand that, yes, perhaps this said a long time ago was said in the wrong way. Perhaps this was misunderstood. Perhaps people don't understand this. I could have just copped out and could have just been refusing to self-reflect on any level and said, it's because I'm brown, that's why they did it. But that's not the mature way to be as an adult.
So like I said in my last video, Andrew Tate is undoubtedly one of the most famous people of all time. And he just made known about how we can all be accountable and take responsibility for our actions and decisions. You know, most of the times we are too quick to blame others for every single thing. This thing happened, it was that person's fault. It was because of this person that this and this happened. This and this person did this to me. They are the reason why my life is like this. We blame every single person for everything that goes on around us. But the only person we do not blame is ourselves. The only person that refuses to take accountability is us. And that is the problem. No matter what happens to you, you are consciously or unconsciously part of it. Actions always have opposite but equal reactions. When you say something, just be mindful that people are going to say something in return. And it doesn't matter if what you say was a nice thing or not. Someone might say a very, very unnice thing. You might say something very constructive, and someone will reinterpret that into something very, very negative. You might be saying things to help others get educated or get informed, to help others build up their lives. But many people might twist that, turn it around, and then throw it back at you as something very, very negative. So, whenever people start criticizing you, whenever people start bashing you, whenever people start saying negative things about you, always remember that you are part of it. Because if you were someone just sitting beside the street and not doing anything, no one is going to care about you. No one is going to say anything about you. No one is going to critique you. But if you say stuff on social media, or if you're a very popular person with an opinion on social media, people are going to react to what you say. And sometimes those reactions might be very, very uncomfortable. They might say stuff that you will not be happy to hear them. So, when that happens, remember, you were part of the problem. You started it from day one. Take, for example, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's story. Now, she might complain about racism and she might complain about unfair treatment from the royal family and from the British public. But remember, she only started getting all these things after she made her relationship with Harry public. When people get to find out about the relationship with Harry, then people started saying negative things about her. And when she voiced out her complaint about racism, that was when people also hit back hard. So she said something, people said something. She made her relationship known to the public, people went after her. You can see the cause and effect taking place. And that is how everything is. There is always an action and a reaction. So we all must learn to be accountable and take responsibility for our actions and decisions. And when people criticize us, we shouldn't just go talking back at them. We should reevaluate ourselves and look into what we've said and really give it some critical thought if what we said was appropriate and if the way we said it was clear enough. And if people might have misunderstood what we said and how we can say it in the future to make sure that people do not misunderstood us. That is what we should do. So to my fellow viewers of the channel, what do you think about what Andrew Tate said on being accountable and taking responsibility for one's actions and decisions? Let us know in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. So thank you very much for watching this video. And like always, see you in the next one.